Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to reread the story Heat Wave together, and then we are going to do a little writing and drawing activity. So I believe you might have just read it on your own. Let's go ahead and take a look together, called Heat Wave. And here we go.
Chapter 1. At the Pool. I'm hot, says Ty. He takes a sip of cold lemonade. I'm hotter, says Jamal. He gnaws on a frozen fruit pop. I'm the hottest, says Jamal's little brother Martin. I'm as hot as a hot dog on a grill. The two older boys laugh. The boys are at the pool with their families. Many other people are there. They are trying to cool off too. All the seats in the shade are taken. The swimming pool is full of children and their parents. This month has been so dry, says Ty. My mom says the weather has been hotter this year than ever before. I hope it rains soon, says Jamal. Our yard is yellow, not green. I have a question, says Martin. May I go swim now? We have to put on more sunscreen first, says Jamal. Jamal gathers their towels. The boys walk over to their parents. Martin's dad puts sunscreen on him. Jamal and Ty put their own sunscreen on. Then the three boys jump into the pool. Chapter 2. Think cool. Let's think of the coolest things we can, Ty says. Like what? Jamal asks. Ty answers, let's pretend we are floating in a pool full of ice cubes. That would be great, Jamal says. What if we could go sledding on ice cream? Jamal says. Ty laughs. He asks, what flavor? I'd like strawberry, Jamal says. Me too, says Martin as he splashes by. I know. We could visit another country, says Ty. Which country would be good? Asks Jamal. Someplace really cold, Martin says. What about Iceland? Says Ty. Iceland sounds like it would be very cold, Jamal answers, laughing. Maybe we could visit the North Pole, says Martin. Ty smiles and says, that is a very cool idea, Martin. Chapter 3. Beat the Heat. What else could we pretend to do to stay cool? Jamal asks. We could pretend to swim in a pool of cold rice pudding, Ty says. Martin grins as he splashes by again. He says, that would feel funny. Jamal says, we could slide down a wall of ice into a cold drink. What kind of drink? Ty asks. Ty's mother calls, water. You need to drink lots of water in this heat. The boys look at each other. Race you to the water fountain, says Jamal.
And friends, that's where we're going to stop and do our activity. It's very important when it's really hot out to stay cool. There are ways we can do that. They sometimes involve being outside and sometimes just being inside. So here's what we're going to do today. I've got a blank piece of paper. And today let's go ahead and fold the paper across one way and then fold it from the bottom the other way. And then we're going to open it up and we'll have our 4 sections. Again, what I like to do, you can use a black crayon, a pencil, or a Sharpie, but what I like to do is separate those boxes. I go all the way down and I go all the way across. And at the very top, we're going to write things we like to do to stay cool on a hot day. So, keeping cool on a hot day. This will be the title of our little picture here, keeping cool on a hot day. The first section, I think, is probably what most people like the best, and that would be going swimming. So let's draw a big swimming pool. Not everybody has a swimming pool, but sometimes our neighbors have pools, and we can go over and swim with them. This will be the outer part of the pool. And maybe the little steps going in to the pool. Okay, and so let's say on this one it is swim in a pool. All right, here's the little handle to help you get in the pool. I'll go back and add my color when I'm done. The next one would be probably my favorite. Sometimes you can eat something that's really cool, and this is my favorite. What do you think it might be, friends? I'm going to have a nice cold, you guessed it, ice cream cone. That'll keep us cool. Maybe you want chocolate chips or cookie dough or bubble gum. That's up to you, but we'll say eat ice cream or something cold. I'll save my picture, my coloring, for when I'm done with my drawing. One other thing that you might consider is if it's really hot and keeping cool on a hot day, you really might want to look for that big old tree that has lots and lots of shade. So here's my blanket down here, and I am going to be under that tree, sitting in the shade. So I will say sit in the shade. Does it have to be under a tree? No. It can be a shady part of a house, the back area with the roof underneath, but sometimes it's nice if it's cool enough, not super hot, to just sit outside under a shady tree. Okay, and then probably the most important thing that I think we heard in the story and also throughout the week with the stories is very important to drink what? Lots of water. So here's the little straw. Drink plenty of water, whether you're in the house or outside of the house. Here, I like my water really cold, so I probably will have lots of ice cubes in my water. Drink plenty of water. I'm going to give that one an exclamation mark because it's very important. So now comes the fun part, friends. I get to decorate my pool. If I want and have time, I can even put myself swimming in the pool with my friends or my brothers and sisters. Sometimes even my dog might hop in with me. And you can add some of the pool toys. Maybe you have balls you play with or blow up. I've seen really fun blown up inflatable swans and things like that. So there's my pool. Here's my favorite over here, which will be, see if you can guess. I'm going to do mint chip ice cream. There are my chips already. And here's my ice cream cone. Again, yours might not be the same as mine. That's for you to decide. Down here is my shade, my shady tree. And so, by now, friends, we've gotten to be really great at drawing trees with the birdhouses we've done and the other activities we've done while we've been home, distance learning. I'm going to give myself a red blanket that I might be sitting on. And again, if I have time, or if you have time, please add yourself. Maybe even having a picnic in the shade. And I know I'm in the shade because the branches are big and also the sun is way over here. And you see the tree is protecting me from the sun coming through. Last but not least, my big glass of water. I know the water really isn't blue, but I'm gonna make it like that because sometimes the reflection makes it look like that, like in a pool. And there's my ice. Let's give myself a red straw. And friends, like I said, this is probably the most important one of all, drinking plenty of water. So in the months ahead, we will be probably doing all 4 of these plus many more. Stay safe, stay cool in the months ahead, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.